Giorgio Napolitano was re-elected President of the Italian Republic on Saturday, putting an end to an institutional impasse that Italian politicians believed it could be overcome only by asking the 87-year-old to serve a second mandate. Napolitano becomes the first Italian president to be re-elected by securing the required 504 votes in parliament. Although the head of state had repeatedly said he does not want to serve another term, he agreed to stay on because, he said, he could not fail to assume responsibility with respect to the nation.
I personally believe that a government, if this government that is going to be formed, and should work on a few fundamental reforms, constitutional reforms, including the electoral reform, and if we go to an election with a new electoral system, then possibly there will be a long-lasting parliament and therefore a long-lasting government.
The Democratic Party leader Pierluigi Bersani had announced that he would step down after failing to push through his preferred candidates for president. The centre-left failed to gain an overall majority at February's general election, despite coming first. Around 100 of the centre-left's so-called grand electors failed to vote for former Premier Romano Prodi in the fourth presidential ballot, a candidate that Bersani presented in an attempt to regain his party unity after also former Senate Speaker Franco Marini had fell short of getting enough support from presidential electors. According to political analysts, the resignation of the Democratic Party Secretary Bersani not only spells an unclear future for the centre-left party, but could also increase the possibility of snap election in September or October, an option that many regard as disastrous for recession-hit Italy.
There was a war, internal war, within the Democratic Party. The proper forum for that dispute or that war was a Congress. We'll have it, and finally we'll sort out the issues within the Democratic Party.
The internal crisis of the Democratic Party had paralyzed the country. Their mistake is to focus against Berlusconi. They are far too acrimonious against him.
Outside the Parliament building in Rome, protesters held a rally against the push for Mr. Napolitano's re-election. Many demonstrators were supporters of Beppe Grillo, the leader of the Five Star Movement. Max Civilli, Press TV, Rome.